Welcome to the MMA Fight Game Podcast. I am super excited to have one of the fastest rising junior kickboxing athletes in Western New York on the call today. Not only currently, according to Tapology, his record is 7-0, but we were talking offline. His record might be more than that, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But Nate Smith is also just got invited to be part of Team USA for the iska K1 Kickboxing World Championships in Munich, Germany, October 18th through the 22nd of October. He is a full contact promotions athlete. He has come through this organization all the way up since day one. Nate, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm great. How are you?
Good, absolutely. So we were talking offline. Tapology's record is not accurate. Is that right?
No, they only recorded my fights past like 14. My kickboxing record is actually like 11-3, and I also have boxing fights. I had 5 amateur boxing fights from when I was 12, I think, 12-10, and my boxing record was 3-2. Had a couple close fights in boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. And if for people that don't know, your bout May 6th on Full Contact Promotions at the Bill Gray's Iceplex was some of the most high level kickboxing, technical kickboxing that I personally have seen. And I've seen thousands of martial arts bouts between UFC, regionally, locally. I've seen it all, and I was thoroughly impressed with two young kids. I mean, mind you, you were only 17 at the time, and it was so technical. Your fight on most nights probably would have been fight of the night, but you had Ava Chochi,
Yeah.
Victoria Cramp. You also had Mason Lewis come out of nowhere and had one hell of a performance as well. What got you into martial arts, kickboxing, and boxing?
So my dad's a professional fighter, as you probably already know. I was growing up young. He would always take me to the training practices with him. So I'd always be around. Like even Jon Jones. I used to wrestle around with Jon Jones because my dad used to train with him. That's crazy to be honest with you to think about it. So I would just get into it watching everyone. I just fell in love with the sport. Like it's really exciting for me. So ever since then I just started getting into sport, started boxing at like 10 years old and
Mm-hmm.
fell in love with it. And here I am today. So
Where did you wrestle around with the goat?
all at the complex, what's the gym called?
Bomb Squad?
Yes, Bomb Squad. It was Bomb Squad at the J.M. Murray Center in Cortland.
So that's like old school. That's like going way back.
Yeah,
That's
way back.
before Jackson's. That's before the new carnation of Jon Jones. I don't know if you know this, but Casey Lamb, the head coach of Synthesis Martial Arts, was Jon Jones's original training partner.
Yes, sir. I do know that. My dad talks about it all the time.
Okay. And how about I was at UFC 126 in Vegas when he fought Ryan Bader, and
Mhm.
they gave him the title opportunity against Shogun a couple of months later at UFC 128.
Yeah.
Then how about I went to that and I have John, I have a picture with John on my back in a body lock
Really?
triangle in a rear naked choke on my back.
That's crazy.
And then were you at the March Full Contact Promotions card?
Oh, no, I do not think I was. I might have been.
So that fight was the same weekend as UFC 285 when he starts Cyril Gane.
Yeah, he moved up to heavyweight. He dominated Sorogan. That was very impressive, especially moving up a whole weight class and finishing like that in like 2 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the fact that you got that experience so young to be around that kind of greatness is amazing. Now you have done a martial arts. Are you training? You're still in high school, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and where do you go to school?
I go to a private school. It's called Victory Christian Academy. It's a church school.
Okay. Do you wrestle or no?
I wrestled for like I wrestled for like 2 weeks before like a couple years back, but now I do a lot of jiu-jitsu and I train with Zach Brahan's Brojo weekdays and he's a really good wrestler. So I
Yeah.
get I get wrestling in there with him.
Okay. And then do you have aspirations to do mixed martial arts, or are you going to stay the kickboxing realm?
No, definitely gonna do MMA. I've been doing kickboxing to prepare myself for MMA because I'm obviously not old enough to do MMA yet. So when I turn 18, I think I'm gonna get my first adult fight in, and with no headgear, and do a couple of those, and then I'm gonna transition to MMA, do a couple MMA fights, and eventually, hopefully, go pro.
Absolutely. And obviously you have a massive, massive honor, representing Team USA. I know Bubba Abid, Joe Wall from ISKA. Obviously, when I heard your name, I go, the kid's a stud. It makes perfect sense to have him on the team with the cerebral Michael Stevens, the Schaefer brothers, who I'm going to be talking to in a little bit. Just from a standpoint, and then I think I was talking to your head coach. Let me see his name. I don't know his name, and I mean no disrespect. Michael, is it Michael Walters?
Yeah.
Michael Walters. Yeah, I'm going to be talking to him, and he listed off a couple other names: Gianna Villano, Marshall Jurgens. Looks like you guys got a stud team. At your age, what does it mean to represent Team USA at the ISK Amateur World Championships in Munich, Germany?
It means a lot to me. It's a little nerve wracking because I've never been international before. I've never even been on a plane. So first time going on a plane ride, like a 9 hour plane ride. That's crazy. I'm more nervous for the plane ride than I am for the competition, to be honest with you. But it means a lot. There's a lot of great competition there. It's gonna be a great opportunity to get some good work in with all these people, and I just can't wait to go there.
Yeah, Michael Stevens, I had a conversation with him the other day. He says when you fight people from other countries, that's where you really see styles.
Yes, sir.
Regardless of win, lose, or draw, it's going to make you a better martial artist. What do you know about the tournament specifically?
Well, I think when we first get out there, they give us a day to get used to the time change. Then I think the next day we start the tournaments. I've never fought in a tournament before, so I've been training extra hard, doing multiple training sessions a day just to prepare myself. I'm probably gonna have to do multiple fights in one day, but I'm ready for whatever. I've been training really hard for this, so.
Yeah. And have you talked to any of your teammates like Michael Stevens or the Schaefer brothers or anything like that?
No, I have not, but I would love to get some work with them before we go out there. So
Yeah,
probably
Michael.
gonna shoot them a message after this interview. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I would. I can tell you right now, Michael Stevens is definitely into it. He mentioned that on the interview,
Yeah, I saw that interview. Yeah.
and he's a good dude to get locked up with for sure. I'm definitely a fan of his, and what he represents and what he does, and he's a former Golden Gloves champ as well.
Yeah, he's a good boxer.
Yeah, and being young, I would just be a sponge and take it all in, and you're pretty cerebral in there. You're a very technical striker. After the Munich championships, what's next for you?
Like I said, I'm gonna have my first adult kickboxing fight. Take it from there, and then eventually turn into MMA.
And
And like
then
we were talking about earlier, I trained with Mason Lewis and Ava Cog. They're both tough motherfuckers right there.
so Mason Lewis, I am extremely high on. I think he's going to be the next big thing in MMA coming out of this area. I mean, obviously you have John Piersma, you have Nat Kaba, and some really good other guys. Caden Ellis, he's another. He's
Yeah, I
another
fought him
guy.
2 times, Kaden Ellis.
Yeah, you guys have actually grown up with Full Contact Promotions, which is
Sure.
great to see. And I know Full Contact's trying to do a card in November. Would that be too soon of a turnaround time for you, or would you talk with your
That's
dad?
the one I'm planning on to make my first adult fight right after we get back from Germany and get right back in training. Make my first adult fight and hopefully make a statement, show everyone how my skills have improved.
And then who are you wanting to call anybody out that you're potentially interested in having Bubba match you with, or you just don't really care?
Anyone and everyone, I don't care.
I love it. So what did you have going on today? You just got done with training. You have a picnic going on?
Yes, sir. At noon, I did train a hit mitt for my dad. We did I think I did 5 rounds of shadow boxing and 5 rounds of mitt work. That went pretty good. And then after that, went to a picnic with my girlfriend and my family.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty nice.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Nate, I truly appreciate the time. If you fight on the Full Contact Promotions, November card. I'm definitely going to be talking to you again. When all you boys get back, I definitely want to get you guys maybe all in a room together, or maybe when you guys are overseas, we can get the whole team on board. I'd love to talk to you guys. I wish you nothing but the best. I know you're going to represent the country real well at the ISKA World Amateur Kickboxing Championships, okay?
Thank you so much. And I would love to get together. It'd be a truly honor. True
Yeah,
honor.
absolutely, my man. You come sit and after your bout at Rage in the Cage, we'll have you come sit up there with me and we'll rap, and hopefully I can interview you again as
Of
well.
course, I'd love to be in one of your interviews again. It's an
All
honor.
right, all right, absolutely. Nate, I really appreciate it. Just sit tight, okay?
Yes, sir.